All right. What is going on, everyone? We are live. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Odum, and I do apologize. It's Monday. I've lost my voice over this weekend, and I just kind of noticed right now that it hasn't quite come back 100%. So you might hear me squeaking and what have you. Not going through puberty, just lost my voice a little bit. Anyways, every Monday through Wednesday, we get together right here on YouTube and we live stream our process of trying to build ourselves a company that's going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. And we're working on Pixel pieces or Piixel, and it's our Webflow component and template library. And what we're going to jump right into right now is we're going to continue on building out our style guide or updating our style guide, which is a framework for people that are going to be able to just copy this project and use it as a starting point to develop their own Webflow websites. So it's just kind of a framework for people, to to build websites. Okay, so let's kind of get right into it. And so what I've done over the weekend is I've just basically updated everything, and so everything is pretty much just showcasing a class, like what the class name is, or kind of what the element name is, and just having what the properties are. And this one's a little bit different here because it's the layout and page structure, so it kind of has a little bit of description. But for the most part, like if you have colors, it's got the element. Actually, this shouldn't be element. This should just be class. And then properties, and this one has the color. Same thing here, background color. This is class, not an element. And then we have spacing. Again. We have spacing, so we have our margins, and then we have our padding. Typography. And even this one, I'm still unsure of whether we should have all of these ones, but text weight. It has different classes. Text styles. Oh, of course. Of course, we get a crash. Anyways, hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend and are plugging away at whatever it is that you're working on, or spent some time with friends, family, whatever the case may be. All right, we were at text weight, class, and then the styles, strike through, italics, underline, or all caps. Text alignment. And here we have headings. This one has this is where I kind of have some elements and classes, but they're kind of mixed together in the two. All H1 headings, all H2, H3, and all the way to H4. The H4 headings and H4, they're the same. So because if you want to have, say, an H3 element, but you want it to make it look like H4, you just add the H4 class to it. The native HTML elements, you have body, all paragraphs, all links, all ordered lists, excuse me, unordered lists, list items, and block quotes. We got our buttons. And are those, do I have them? Yeah, classes. We have our forms. So the forms are a little bit of a unique thing to kind of display, because like form input is select. I don't have any parameters associated with that one, or properties, I guess I should say. But it's still something that needs to be there. So we're going to have to figure this out exactly how we want to display these. And then we have rich text as well. And rich text, of course, has all these things that you could associate with a rich text element, like all H1s or whatever. So these ones we're just adding, they're going to be a little bit different than just your regular H1s, so we're adding a margin on the top and the bottom. And I think there's going to be some code that we have, which is used by FinSuite to, it's really fantastic, where it takes the top margin on anything that is like the first element and the last element within a rich text element and just removes it, which is really, really nice. Because with our H1 headings, we don't put any margins on them. And I like that personally because depending on how you want to use your headings, you're going to want to have different ways to adjust the layouts of your content, whether you're going to put that in a flex item or a grid or something like that. There's usually some little bit more consistent ways to lay out your content as opposed to trying to put margins on the bottom of every single kind of element. So yeah, anyways, so we have all this. Okay, and then we have our utilities, which are just basically mostly kind of displaying things. But we have a couple of them with flex, overflow, hidden, and visible. Those are most of the ones that I really tend to use myself. And then we have some grids as well too. So this one, it's interesting. It looks a little bit, I'm not quite sure exactly how we're going to display these, but so yeah, so this is what I did for this one, because this one has different properties depending on what resolution you are, like whether you're tablet, mobile landscape, or mobile portrait. So for this one, the regular 2-column grid is, it's a 2-column grid, right? This is kind of the property that's associated with it. And what I did here is that there's this one, which is it's got this tag of mobile landscape. So if you're on a mobile landscape, it's going to be this as opposed to this. And for grid 4 column, once you get to tablet, it's going to be 2. And then once you get to mobile landscape, it's going to be 1. And then of course, all the way below. So that's kind of how I made this out. I'm not sure if this is going to be like the final way, or if it's going to be the way that's going to look the nicest, but we'll see if there's any way that we want to change how that's displayed. We have to see what this is going to look like on mobile as well too, because we want this to be responsive as well. Okay, so let's just kind of get into it. One thing that I was thinking about just before we kind of went live here is what to do about this table of contents, and if it's something that we actually want to have on here. I think we do. Instead of just having people infinitely scroll to just try and kind of see what's what, I think having something to navigate, I think is pretty good. But then the question is, I think I want to try to make it, all right, we can't publish it. We can't publish this right now either because it'll update this. Right, so we can't really see what's going on. But I would like to make this navigation area as, I think, as small as possible. Let me delete any of these things here. All right. So we do have, let me just take a look at how things are styled here. We've got the sidebar, got the navigation. Right. But what's giving the padding on the inside? Something is. Where's that coming from? Here it is, coming from here. Why do we want it coming from there? I think because we want the whole thing to be clickable. Yeah, that's probably why we did that. Although I don't know if we have to necessarily do it that way. But how does it work? All right, you got to click this thing. You can't just click this. All right, we had this because when you click on this, it actually gets you to where you need to go as opposed to clicking the drop down. Maybe we shouldn't have drop downs. Maybe we should just have it open. No, but that's the issue too. If we have it open, then we're going to have issues displaying it because this is kind of position sticky. Although if it's position sticky, hang on, let's have a look here. We're still going to be able to scroll, right? Because we do have the scroll bars. Okay, so that's okay. We don't have to necessarily worry about that. Okay. So let's get back to the building here. Let's see. Make these icons a little bit smaller. And what do we have? Hey, how's it going? Sorry if I can pronounce your name properly. Gorav. Jeez. Welcome. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. Hope I pronounced that right. Sorry if I butchered it, which I tend to do. Finding you're using client first. Great to see that. So this is actually our own style guide, which we're making specifically for Piixel. It's based on a lot of the client first principles and based on a lot of principles from Mast as well. But we kind of mash them together to kind of create our own. But at least definitely using a lot of the client first principles, because I really love a lot of the stuff that they've done. But there's stuff in their style guide specifically that I'm not the biggest fan of. So that's why we've kind of using kind of our own thing, which I'm kind of liking, kind of digging. But anyways, yeah, it's tough with style guides and frameworks and things, because you're never going to make everyone happy, because everyone has kind of their own ways of doing things, especially depending on the background they're coming from, whether they're more in the design end or the developer end or what have you. Everyone has their own little quirks and quirks. And so, yeah, there was things about the style guide that didn't work for me. So might as well create something that works for me, which I'm going to use going forward for everything else that we're going to be building. But they're going to transpose from one to the other. It's going to be very, 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 very easy to do, I think, anyways, because they're very much the same. That's great for where I can learn on from where I can learn on this. So I haven't created all of the documentation for this yet. So I mean, it hasn't even been really released yet. So so that's going to be coming down the pipeline in the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. So do stay tuned for that, or just get in touch with me, whatever, if you want to see when it's kind of available. But again, if you know client first, this stuff is going to be super, super familiar to you. I mean, we're using variables for the colors. Instead of having the big thing is like the layouts with the paddings and everything like that. I don't use those padding things. I just use sections and then margins as well, like margins and paddings here. Standalone classes, just because I don't like to get things wrapped in too many kind of divs. But a lot of things are very, very similar. The headings are pretty much the same. Got a few little things on the native HTML elements I kind of add on. Buttons are very much the same. Forms are really almost identical to what they do. I'd put in a little bit of actual, a little bit more styling into it, but it's very, very similar. Very, very similar. Okay. So, right. So let's finish it. I'm hoping to just publish this style guide within the next day or two. So at least it's just going to be out and available. And then I'll worry about putting in the documentation and all that kind of stuff. And we'll just kind of, build as we go, I guess we can say. And I'm hoping it's all going to culminate into like a grand launching of Piixel, when we launch on Product Hunt and have a few different videos and stuff like that. And our tutorials are out. And so it's all going to kind of, and then promoting the style guide and our the Naked Flow theme, which I'm also working on as well too. So I'm really looking forward to all that. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Docs navigation link icon and text. Let's just rename this here. Right. Oops. Oh, excuse me. Not sick. I just lost my voice for whatever reason. It was really bad yesterday. It's just squeaking, sounding like a mouse. Okay. So this is aligned. What do we got going on here? Okay. Interesting. Let's see what we got. Okay, interesting. All right, navigation link. We want that to be. I think we want that to be. Probably put it the same as our headings. Yeah, so that's good there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to shorten this a little bit. Just going to tighten things up a little bit in the design. Navigation link. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's deleted. Put that in there. Let's have a look at this here. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Right. 0.5. So this is the whole link that's clickable, I do believe, right? Right. And so that's on this element right here. So we want that one to be as wide as possible. So it's pretty good. I think I like that how it is. Although we might want to bring it in a little bit. Let's go down to the icon. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I like... I don't think I actually like having it on a drop down now that I'm thinking about it. If we just view it here, to have to click it, it's just an extra step that we're going to make everyone do. I don't like that. And it's taking up a lot of real estate. So let's get rid of it, I think. I think we should get rid of it. So let's just hide it for now to make sure that it's for sure what we want to do. No. That goes back to 100. I think we have this thing here. Oh, we have this width. Do we have to actually set a width? We can't just have it. Can we have it be auto? I guess we can't. Unless we make this one. Maybe we'll make the text not break. We need to have a no wrap, right? No wrap, and then we also put a margin around there. Okay. So now if we have a look at this. Oh, hang on. I think we have to take a look at our interactions. Because I think, well, if we look at this here, which is the drop-down container, I think it's, Like, I think we hide it, right? So by drop down all elements with this class. By drop down container, right? It's set as initial state. So can we? I guess what we need to do is just really remove that interaction. And now let's have a look. And now it's there. Okay, perfect. So we'll do that. We got to do that with all of them. There's going to be one here. Remove the interaction. And there's going to be one here. Excuse me. Oh boy, remove that interaction. And one last one here, which I think we already got. Because I think there's 3, right? Yeah, an HTML element, text, and color. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I just want to look at neutral dark. Interesting. Navigation link on hover. I don't have anything set here. Okay. So it just must be the default. Let's go all links and let's go hover. Oh, the color. I don't have anything here. Interesting. Oh, why is that there? That's weird. All links on hover. Primary dark. Let's unlink it. All links on hover. Let's make it neutral. Okay, that's for all links. But I think for this link on hover, actually, hang on a second. Go back here. Just regular color. We're gonna put you neutral 700. And your weight is just going to be default. And then we're going to just on hover, I'm going to make you go blue. Primary 800. Okay. All right, if we have a look here. There we go. And oh, I guess we're going to need to actually make this work. So by that I mean these sections need to have actual ID tags on them. So by ID I mean like this needs to be ID of layout. So when someone clicks here, the section is going to be layout. Oh, excuse me. And that should work now, right? There we go. Cool. Cool, cool. Although I don't want to put it on the H2. I need to put it on the whole section. So let's go back here. Let's cut you out. Okay, it's not working. And let's put it right here. Layout. Excellent. Okay. And I guess we're gonna have to do that for all of them. ID. We'll just go color. put colors, I guess. Maybe we should put this colors. And you're gonna go into colors. Okay. Text color. Text color. ID is already taken. On what though? That's the question. I don't know where it's taken from. No, it doesn't need an ID. Oh, there's lots of them. Shit, that's a problem. That's a problem. Where are all these IDs coming from? How can we find them? Oh, you know where they are coming from? Or where I think they're coming from? Is all these old things. So all these old things. So I actually hid all the old sections. I'm just going to delete them actually. I should be okay to do that. I do have them saved in another project as well too. So that should be okay to do. And let's go back here and let's see what we got. We still got a bunch of text colors. Where is it coming from? Or you know what? It's going to be coming off of another page, right? Because if I go here, there's probably going to be... Oh, it's probably going to be an old thing. Okay, so you know what? For right now, we're just going to come up with different names. Is this the right page? Am I on the right page? I think I'm on the right page. So instead of calling this, where are we at? Colors? Oh, that's colors. That's fine. Let's just call this, we'll just put a pi in front of everything. Underscore text color. And then we could delete it later on. Okay. There we go. Then we'll go pi text color, right? Oh, not text color, background. Copy that. Right, there we go. I'm gonna have to order this properly as well too. Okay, spacing. We don't have anything for spacing. Let's call this spacing. Oh no, we do have grids too, so we're gonna need that. I guess we're gonna have to create a new one. But spacing is also going to need a secondary thing, right? It's gonna need secondary links. So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna copy and paste this one. We're gonna call this one spacing. Spacing. And we'll go margins and padding. There we go, perfect. Okay, pi underscore spacing. And pi spacing, excellent. Margins. Right. Pi underscore padding. Nope, unlink padding. All right, excellent. So typography, let's change this to actually match the right words. Typography. Excuse me. Typography. Let's copy that. Excellent. Text size. size. All right. Text weight. Make sure they're in the right order. Text weight. All right, text styles. Text styles. And then text alignment. Alignment. Copy that. No, we don't need to copy that one. Text alignment. Excellent. All right. All right. Headings. Headings. This one's pretty straightforward. And we select by headings. All right. Native HTML elements. We got to put this in order as well too, because we're not in order. That's okay. Underscore elements. I think we want to say native HTML elements. Oh, actually, this one is different. This one is just going to be like a one-time thing. It just has this. So what does that actually look like? That looks like this, Pi navigation link. That's supposed to drop down. So let's copy and paste this one. Let's say native HTML elements. Excuse me. Let's copy this one. Paste it in there. Right, and then this whole one, we can delete this one. There we go. Oh, but we got to update this one for elements. I think that works. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Buttons. Yep. Pi underscore buttons. Copy. Oh yeah, we don't need to copy. Buttons and form. Pi underscore form. Is it form or forms? I don't know what makes the most sense. I don't know if we should say form and same like button or like heading. Like headings because there's multiple, but button, I guess there's multiple buttons. But form, there's just like one form. So maybe we should just say form. Excuse me. I'm not sure what makes the most sense, to be honest. Okay, rich text. We do have one of those. Okay, pi underscore rich text. And pi rich text. Okay, there we go. And utility. All right. Underscore utility. Underscore utility and grids. Pi underscore grid. Yeah, I think grids works. And then let's delete that. Only have one. And pi grids. Okay, great. I think that's everything. All right. And this whole container. Excuse me. In this container here, I think I'm going to put actually we have the header. I think we have it in the main. And the header we have padding. I think in order to just make this consistent, we're going to put some padding on the whole, on the whole thing. At the top. Actually, I don't know how much we should put at the top. And then at the bottom. We'll figure out exactly what we want it to look like. But this way, when we go down to grids, there'll be some spacing. Okay, nice. Oh, see a little thing there with this one here. Is footer. Get rid of that last little thing on the bottom there. Okay. So what should be the order here? I think layout, should be number 1. So let's throw that. Yeah, then I have title, and then we start getting into it. Okay. So we go to layout. Oh, no. Layouts are important. I think then we can go with the native elements. And then we can go with the headings. And then I think we can do typography. Then we can do colors. Okay, try to close these. Then we can do colors. No, don't do that. Typography. Oh, no. Where's colors? Oh, shit. Something happened. I think I did something wrong here. Yeah, I put a drop down in a drop down. That's not good. Okay, there we go. No. Oh, shit. What the hell happened? I gummed it up. It's not. Oh, it's being weird. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we're fixed. Okay, so headings, typography, colors, spacing. Then let's get into buttons. I think then we go into rich text. How do we move this? I think it's control or, and there we go. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that order. So now we got to mirror that here, right? So this display is actually, let's rename this to utility. And then we have rich text form. So this one actually needs to go below. And we got buttons. So native HTML elements, that goes almost to the top. So there we go. Then we have headings, then color, then spacing, then buttons, rich text form. Okay, so it looks like we're in the right order here. So let's see. Let's just double check. Okay, now this one's not working. Why is this button not working? Settings. Choose a page. It should be pie. Do I not have one for layout? Did I miss that one? Oh, right. This is just layout. Okay, let's just do pie layout, right? Pie layout. Okay. So we got layout, native elements, headings, typography. Okay, that didn't go right. Where is typography? Here's typography, text. Let's rename that style actually. Typography. Actually, if we rename it, does it change the ID? Oh, there's no ID on this one. What am I thinking of? The ID's on here. Yeah, that's still good. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to headings, right? Typography, text size, text weight, text styles, text alignment. I wonder if we just do it in alphabetical order. That might make the most sense. Colors, text color, background color, spacing, margin, padding, buttons, rich text, form, utility, and grids. Okay, looking good. Excuse me. Looking good. All right, so I think we need to fix, of course, what it looks like here on mobile to make sure it's responsive. But that's, this is all updated as well too, which is nice. That's good. I'm gonna have to change some of the padding stuff, but other than that, that's good. So if we do that, oh, look at that. This is beautiful. Perfect. Although we don't have the drop down thing anymore. I have to fix that and bring that back. So yeah, I think the last thing that we need to do is to make this thing responsive. So people, when they're looking at it on their phone, that, they can see it on their phone. And, and then I also think I want to do it. So when we have it this way, we can actually see things in action, right? So, and especially when you're looking at the structure, like I like showing this and showing like margins and stuff. So I think we might do this as well. We might kind of bring that back. So there could be another page, like there's going to be this page here, which you actually see the styles, and then another page where you can see where it's actually implemented. And we're going to want that as well too, because we need to actually create these styles so that when people are going to use them within the style guide, they're going to be available. So like when you go to this to clean up styles, you don't want them to delete the ones that aren't being used, because they need to be there, right? Basically, if that's making any sense, because we can't just create this and not actually create the styles, because then the style guide itself will be useless, because then they would just have to create all the different classes, and that just makes no sense. So, right. So we're going to remove all these things that we don't need here. We're going to definitely have to clean up this whole style guide for sure. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for now, because it's really hard for me to talk, we're going to leave it there for today. And then what I'm going to keep working on, again, we're going to make this thing responsive, and then we're going to maybe create another page where we can actually showcase what each of these properties and what each of these kind of elements within the style guide, what they actually look like and what they're going to do, so people can go ahead and have that to look at. And so we'll just do that. So we're just going to keep plugging away. We're going to keep going and keep moving forward on this. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. And that's it for me. And as always, we'll be back here with another live stream, brand new live stream, every day, Monday through Wednesday, Wednesday through Friday. So tomorrow's Tuesday. So another day, another live stream. Until then, have yourself a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.